here yet. Let's give him a few minutes.
Oh.
Maybe wait on the bench.
Hello. Let's continue this motherfucker. One thing I want to see right at the bat. Here, it's a very interesting thing. One pet peeve of mine in a game like this, not just Life is Strange, but when I say a game like this,
He's not here.
I fucking know, Max. When I say a game like this, I mean as in like narrative, like take like Telltale game, this Telltale shit like that. So if I want to leave the game and I'm in gameplay, why not save it as gameplay? I mean, you'll have a series of cutscenes that are unskippable. And for whatever fucked up reason, the devs choose to make the save point be at the beginning of a fucking cutscene. So let's say you get to gameplay, you're 5 minutes in and let's say you quit, right? What they'll do is they'll start you back at a fucking cutscene that's unskippable, takes 5 fucking minutes to get through. Fucking why?
Yet.
Because that just happened with this. That's the same reason. Because I was even doing The Walking Dead Telltale Season 2. The reason I haven't continued that game since is because when I loaded it in, it's in the middle of a fucking cutscene. I'm like, what the fuck? And then 3 different times I started that game, before the cutscene ended, like I would get, something else would happen. I need to get off the game before the cutscene even ended, and it's like I'm done with it. Like I don't want to continue that fucking cutscene for the 5th fucking time. Like, because when I left in that game, Clementine was like, I had Clementine in his like shed or some shit. Have the game save on the fucking shed. Why on a cutscene? But this game is the same
Let's
way,
give him a few
and
minutes.
it bothers me.
Maybe wait on the bench.
I know, Max. You don't need to say that every 15 fucking seconds. You remind me of the Tucson fucking airport. A little bit of note on that. Here's I mentioned Tucson Airport. I was there in 2021. When they were doing all the COVID bullshit, right? They had a message, an audio message about all the COVID warning bullshit play. This message played for a minute and a half. Not bad, right? Fine. But this message would play every 48 seconds. Yes, I timed it. Because I was like, is this thing playing like every 30 seconds? I was wrong, it was every 48 seconds. And I was like, bro, why can't they just play this shit like once every half hour, once every hour? Why every 48 seconds? Yeah. It irritated me, so I timed it. And I timed it like 10 times in a row, and it was like 48 seconds each time. I'm like, what the fuck? Stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come?
Then make him
Couldn't
come.
blame him. I killed his best friend.
And your best friend?
What does that say about me? That any version of me, could do something like that?
I see. So I guess she has considered the possibility that the living world her is the one who did it, which is my main fucking gripe last time. One of my main gripes. Interesting. So she's just assuming that no matter which her did it, that they shouldn't have done it. Here's the thing, though, Max, and here's where Max is still being stupid. Don't you think there's something Safi might have done that would force your living world counterpart to do the deed? And Safi clearly wanted her to. Just saying. Never underestimate what people may or may not do, even if you know them. Excuse me.
He's probably not coming.
Well, fuck it then. I left that so early because I figured that once I left,
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting. So don't do anything stupid.
Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, the fuck?
I deserved that.
Not really. I mean, I honestly say not early. Like, there's like that photo could have been AI or anything. This takes place during current day. That's my thing. Like anybody could get because I have face cam here. Anybody could easily clip out this little thing and then edit like a gun to be in my hand like this, right? And even if I didn't just do this gesture, right? Anybody could have easily just put like a hand in there, like, and at least give it. I don't know. I think this whole thing is a bit overblown.
You wanted to talk. So talk. Tell me the truth. Tell me why you did it.
I didn't do shit. I haven't done it yet. I'll go with this. This seems more interesting.
I don't think I've actually done it yet. I think it was a future version of me. Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look. These flowers. What are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Sophie's body?
Ironically, it's actually snowing where I live right now.
5 minutes and then I leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this other timeline where Sophie is alive and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
Realistically, I would honestly say that if I was Moses now, I'd be like, yeah, I think you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Maybe you did fucking kill Sophie. At that point, I'm like, what the fuck?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane.
Yeah.
But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me, poof, disappear.
The game is actually going to go into that? Here's the thing. I appreciate it if this happens. I appreciate it for this moment. But at the same time, it's still shit writing because it creates a huge ludonarrative dissonance. Here's why. Because gameplay wise, you can switch in between timelines wherever the fuck you want. So if he can see her pop in and out of existence, then why the fuck didn't anybody ever say anything about it before? If this is gonna be a legitimate part of a plot line, then these devs suck. Because the ludonarrative dissonance is about to be about as big as it is in GTA San Andreas or Silent Hill 2. Which in GTA San Andreas, well, I won't get into those. I'll be quick. In San Andreas, CJ follows Tenpenny because he doesn't want to be framed for a murder he didn't commit on a cop. Yet in gameplay, you can kill thousands of cops. So why should CJ give a fuck anymore? In Silent Hill 2, the whole thing is that James Sunderland doesn't give a fuck what happens to him, which is why he'll jump from anything, which is why he'll reach his fucking hand in any given hole. Or stick himself with a fucking syringe that he found on a dirty bathroom floor that has AIDS in it probably. Here's the thing. Those things are all normal gameplay things. So it's like, why would your average player give a fuck if he picks up some syringe from the bathroom floor and injects himself? That's a gameplay mechanic. Silent Hill 2 at least would have worked much better as a movie or TV show, because then people would actually question. They'd be like, yeah, did he just stick himself with a needle? What the fuck? That's my thing. This is about to have that big of a dissonance.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Sophie, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then you'll believe me?
it'd be a start.
Okay. Okay, deal. Alright. There's a chance Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline.
I know.
I shouldn't leave yet.
Game, how fucking stupid are you? This is the path to leave. Oh my god. I don't want to use this one, but like, why don't...
Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
You should tell him about the rewind powers too that you conveniently don't fucking have anymore.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no, you disappeared, Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's...
And by the way, I know what people would say about my previous comment of, you know, well, there's a reason why the game always does just let you do whatever you want to. There's a reason why there's always a specific point out of the way that way nobody can see you do it. Here's the thing. Bullshit. That's a bullshit cover. Here's why I say that, okay? Take the coffee place, for instance, right? It's like right behind that little thingy. You cannot tell, or even the bar place, right? You cannot tell me, because as out of the way as it may be, half the time, it's still at least in view of somebody. So even if it's like at the end of the hallway, let's say I'm some jerk off, right? Just like taking a sip of fucking coffee, right? I take a sip of coffee, I happen to glance over there and see some bitch disappear. I'm like, what the fuck, right? Like most is doing. That's like that. I imagine most people are like, well, that's why the portal ways are out of the way. I understand that. I'm not ignoring that. My point is that I don't fucking buy it. That's my point.
try it again.
I mean, does that decrease the chance of being seen by somebody? Yes, it does. It's just way too convenient and way too unrealistic.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Angel, psychic storm.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said... Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did.
I'll say this. Imagine, this is the same for Chloe from Life is Strange 1, but like imagine how fucking freaky it would be to get proof that somebody you know has fucking like powers like that. I'd be tripping balls. I'd be, what the fuck?
Wow. I mean...
Yeah.
Actually, there's a realistic... Sorry, I keep pausing so much, but there's actually a realistic episode of The Twilight Zone like that, where some dude has the power of telekinesis, and somebody else finds out about it, and they use it to go like to Las Vegas and cheat on gambling. Yeah, and the way they did, you know, say like the thing where like you throw the thing in, and like if it lands on the right square, you earn money, right? So the dude with the telekinesis power, he would just like, you know, make sure that the thing moved in the exact right spot, and they would make money. Which is honestly like the most like a very realistic thing that somebody might do. Even like a decent person, like if you have like a fuck ton of student loan debt, you might, you know, cheat a casino to pay off your student loans.
Near as I can tell, Sophie's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
There's more differences than that I've noticed, but go on.
I
Unless
guess
the
that
writers
could
didn't
be
consider
a
that.
big enough event to lead to...
Only if Sophie is important enough. Excuse me.
You okay?
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap? How did you...
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. You give that to her, tell her stay safe, Max. Make her swear to it.
Let's be real here.
I will. Promise.
Just because Max
I
is
think
keeping
she's
her end of the
going to need
word
her help.
doesn't mean that Safi can't keep her.
What do you mean?
Safi has to keep hers.
When I was a teenager, I could
Oh, she's telling him. Holy fuck on a stick.
rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Except completely with Kate Marsh.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
They never were to the top.
I know it sounds like it must have been amazing. But Moses, the things I caused to happen, just having a power doesn't necessarily give you mastery over it.
I mean, you pretty much had mastery over it. You just didn't have the foresight to. And granted, with time travel, nobody could. There's no way you could ever predict some shit, you know. So that's not even her.
One of many lessons gleaned from X-Men comics.
The point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night with a gun. You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning,
Wait, is she? What? Is she still leaving toward the? I thought she was going with the living world thing now. I thought she was on board with that. What?
I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Sophie mentioned Maya, and oh God, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Sophie. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
I will say this: as far as the split of the timelines and like why all that matters, I know nothing about it.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too.
That was you?
Oh, shit.
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp. I need
Moses
to
can't-
introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad.
I know what's going on. Sneaky. Okay, I know what's going on with the Alderman. Good play. And then also, Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it. returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
I know what's going on here.
What do you want from us?
I thought I wanted some evidence. Close this fucking case and celebrate with a nice cigar. And then I got my evidence. That little photo of you with the gun. And you know what I realized? Not a fucking soul would believe me. You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
Here's the only thing I'll say about it, and this is something that I would notice even if I didn't already know the spoilers. I'll just say this. Take note of how personally Alderman is taking all this. This clearly isn't just a case for him. Knowing what's going on.
Max, you have to let go! No!
I could have saved him, Moses. I could have saved him.
No, you couldn't have. Listen to me, Max. This place ate a man.
Moses, your hair. I told you. There's always a cost.
It started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
Here's my issue with this. As interesting as it's supposed to be, this whole dynamic between these two now, as interesting as it's supposed to be, two problems with it. Number one, and they kind of mesh together. One, all they're doing, the devs, I mean, all they're doing is rehashing the same shit that happened with Max and Chloe from Life is Strange 1. And honestly, kind of less interesting just because I like Chloe more. And secondly, which, I mean, yeah, but secondly, if you're going to have this kind of dynamic, why replace fucking Chloe with this jerk-off? Like, why not just have Chloe still be there? Like, have a real direct sequel. Now, here's my thing, and this is what I think is happening, if it's not already. Meaning, like, the games themselves. I don't think Life is Strange was ever supposed to have a direct sequel. I don't. I think its ending was supposed to be definitive, overall. It was it wrapped. I mean, one ending was shittier than the other for budget reasons, but all together though, it was a definitive conclusion. Before the Storm was a prequel. I get it. That's fine, even though it created fuck tons of plot holes for no reason. And then it became an anthology series. The only reason they made this game with Max was just as a selling point because Life is Strange has not been doing great ever since the very first Life is Strange game. The first one struck gold. Ever since then, Before Storm was decent. Life is Strange 2 is fucking garbage. True Colors, I thought True Colors was decent, but a lot of people found True Colors to be fucking garbage too. So I think just bringing back Max was a saving grace. And then because the first game wasn't meant to have a direct sequel, they decided to do their own thing with it, which I still think it was a bad decision though. Like, I think it would have honestly been better if they're gonna. I don't think they should have brought Max Caulfield back. I like, if Life is Strange is done as a series and it's fucking done, let it die, right? It is what it is. But if you're gonna bring back Max, then have it be